Hello, everyone. Today is February the 4th, Monday, 2019. I am sorry I have been away from my duty post for the past few days. I have been under the weather, but I'm trying to get back and join the ranks of well enough to be with you. Today's program is going to be tough, real tough, and I'll tell you why. I have friends in high places, and I have friends in low places. Both I trust with information they give me. I got a call from one of my friends that we'll say is in the low places, and he made me aware of something that's going on that I've been fearing for some time. To start with, I'm going to tell you a story. I told you before, but I'm going to tell you again. When I was involved with the Contras and working with Reagan and the Nicaraguan resistance, I asked Adolfo Calero, who was the head of the Contras at the time, the head of the directorate, how could it happen in Nicaragua, a beautiful country? He said it slipped up on them. But the thing he told that was significant today, Daniel Ortega, who was president during the Contra battle, he and his brother Humberto, where they came from. They came from a street gang, yes, a street gang from Costa Rica. They came in and they were violent, extremely violent, much as ML-13 or whatever. They were cold-blooded, brutal, and they just kept going, and they kept growing, and they kept spreading out in other parts of the country, first Managua and then in other enclaves. Then the Soviets got involved and backed them, and they took over the country. Now think about that. MS-13, I said ML, MS-13 gangs here, everywhere. We've got another problem. Now, I do not connect this with President Trump at all. It has nothing to do with him, his views, these are my views. But when he speaks of an invasion, I want to tell y'all something. The last figure that I heard from, I guess, the government or whomever, was they guesstimate that there's some 20 million illegals in this country presently, today. I feel like that's low. I think it would probably be closer to 40 to 60 million, but that's me. But let's, for purposes of this program, let's use the 20 million. Folks, we don't know where they came from. We don't know anything about them. They're in this country illegally. And then there's another part of that that's scary. What if 10%, now I'm not saying all illegal immigrants are here for evil purposes or violence. I'm not saying that at all. Let's just take a number. Let's just say if 10% have some purpose against us. You realize that'd be 2 million. 2 million people on the ground in this country. That if they ever organized, or if they are already organized, would be a force unlike anything this nation has ever seen, right inside our country, right now. Now, they can get weapons, they can get guns all day long. We, the honest, everyday American citizen, as you know, getting guns has become a problem. Keeping them a problem. Thanks to our Congress, our lawmakers, the laws protect them more so than us, the people. things are stacked against us if those people were ever to organize, or if they are already a part of an organization. Think about our enemies. Russia, China, pick one. Iran, pick one. Think about some enemy that chooses to get in touch with these people and help them organize and help them in an effort to overthrow our country. You say, well, if they did, our military, our government, no. Remember, our Constitution forbids our military to take actions on Americans on our soil. Now, there is a way they can do it, which would be putting us under martial law. But short of martial law, if 2 million people picked up rocks and turned against us, our law enforcement could not handle it. Just could not. You say, well, but the governor could call in the National Guard. Yes, the governor could. But there's another interesting thing about the illegal immigration population. Folks, I dare say there's not a city, a community, a town that doesn't have a population of them within it right now. Isn't that weird? They're spread out in every area. How did that happen? How did they so well placed in case there ever was an insurrection? Think about it. It's not following the normal migration patterns. Normally, people that come in, animals, ants, anything, they stay together. These people come in and they move throughout the country in pipelines we know nothing of. And they're everywhere. And still, we don't know a thing about them. You see, during Reagan's era, the reason we were involved with the Contras, in case some of you don't remember, it was a thing called the domino theory. President Reagan was committed to not allow communism to creep its way into this nation. Nicaragua, Honduras, Guatemala, then into Mexico, and then it's right at our doorstep. I wonder, maybe this massive immigration problem, could it be that it's a cousin or relative of the domino theory? And they're already here. There's a lot I want to tell you about this, and I will be doing it in the next few programs. So I would advise you to listen. But right now, I want to tell you something that's hard for me to say. Folks, you need to get your guns. You need to have your guns at hand. No, not to get aggressive. No, not to fight the government. None of that. But you need to be in a position that if this thing were to go nuts, you would be able to protect and defend your family and your property. Did you hear me? You need your guns desperately. I would get them down, I would clean them, and I'd have them ready. I'm not calling for violence. I'm not at all. So don't go telling people I am. And I'm sure the government will be tickled pink to come after me for some kind of violation telling you this. But I tell you this just in case what you hear in the next few programs makes sense. And I pray it doesn't happen. But I worry that it already has. And guys, this is going to be serious. This is not going to be your typical stuff. And no, I don't believe, in case anybody wonders, I don't believe after the president gives his State of the Union that he's going to arrest all of Congress. No, I don't. I don't believe there's all these millions of indictments. No. But what I'm telling you about is real. You can look out your door and almost see it. You can look up and down your streets and you can see it in every town and every community. I want you to wake up. What's going on with our government, with the Democrats, with the rhino Republicans? All of this has meaning. All of this has bearing on everything I'm trying to tell you now. You know, they're doing a great job with public relations, setting a stage. They've got us pitting each other against each other. Whites against blacks, against browns. Everybody's all upset. Democrats versus Republicans. Folks, you know what I'm fixing to tell you. Something has got to give. You know that. You know something is about to snap. And all I'm asking you to do is be in a position to protect your family, yourselves, and your property. So once again, I'm not calling for violence. I'm not asking you to go strapping on guns and walk down the streets and act like nuts. I'm not saying that at all. But I see signs of things I've seen in the past. Signs of things I've seen happen in other countries. Things that I always felt like would never happen here, but they are. So I hope you tune in, because we're going to get deeper into this. And what you're going to hear is going to scare you, I hope. What you're going to hear, I hope, wakes you up. What you're going to hear, I hope, is never needed. But if it is, it protects you. Now, guys, I've gone several days without being with you. Nothing has come in. I have to beg you for help today. Please, if you're out there, please help. The days coming are critical. The world we know is exploding and tearing apart, going nuts. So can you please help me? My PayPal account is nicholslive@aol.com. nicholslive@aol.com. Send what you can now. I need your help. I have medical stuff I got to pay. Stuff I need to be doing. And then if you don't have PayPal, go to nicholslive.com, and there you can see alternative ways to send money. And I hope you're still making those phone calls, folks. Do not stop making the phone calls. This week and next week, we have got to pour the coal to it. And all of this, you will find, will connect. So I ask you to listen in. Tell some people to listen with you. Help if you can, nicholslive@aol.com. And with that, until the next time, good day.